Hello, Holly and Cody. Here I am in the basement bathroom. That's the cleanouts, the one with the backwater flap on there. Dropping in is pretty straightforward. We go straight from PVC pipe right into cast iron. Typical corrosion on the cast iron. It's going to get bumpy, it's going to get chewed up in here. It's not terribly bad, or put a different way, it is corroded to the level that you would expect in a house that's going on 75 years or 70 years. So all in all, not too bad. We've got our first transition coming up here in a few feet. That's an inlet right there on your left that we just passed. So another drain coming into the pipe. My guess is that this is ABS pipe. It's a plastic pipe. It's just coated with stuff. That's the best guess that I have at this point. Just knowing the corrosion level on it, or the kind of the uniform muckiness about the pipe. This doesn't last very long. My guess is that this was probably a repair section at one point. This is likely not a material that they had or that they use readily when the house is built. We're going to transition here into what I believe is clay. Then we go basically right underwater. You can see some paper right here that's causing some of this backup right there. I tried to push it along. The problem is, especially as we get further along, the water is really, really dirty, inky almost, where it does this to the camera head, right? So we're in darkness. I'm going to go back and forth trying to figure out if I can kind of move things along, get some water rolling, and to figure out if it's bad enough that I do need to pull my camera head out, clean it off, and start from scratch, which I did do. This is the first video that I did. There were two more subsequent after it, but basically this is the best of the three that I can get to. Okay, so I pulled back this time. We're here again, and then I'll start moving forward. You notice that for whatever reason, it's a much better picture. I'll push past, it's probably about the 80-foot mark where it starts to clear out again. So holding water for, I'm assuming, about 30 feet. Then it clears out, but it's still really dark, and I don't get the picture that I would like to have. Again, I just think it's because the pipe is dirty. There wasn't anything blocking, there wasn't anything hung up on the camera lens or the front of the camera. So again, we've got a blank screen here for the next 10 feet or so. Then it gets a little bit better. You can pick out little bits here and there. You can see that it's not the camera's not fully underwater. There is some water in the bottom of the pipe, but I am running water at this point to try to move things along. I'll actually flush that toilet in the basement bathroom as well, just to see if I can't clear stuff out. Okay, so here we come out on the other side of it, and unfortunately this is what we've got. So either the camera lens is mucked over, and that's definitely clay pipe, or around the front of the camera there's a number of small LED lights, like 12 to 15 small lights on there. So they may have been covered over. This is a lip on a cast iron section. So we're pushing through. We get a little bit of visibility. There's a little bit of root growth right there, nothing terrible. So I'm moving back and forth to try to clear off the camera head the best I can, to try to air quote wash it off. Really hard to do in exceptionally dirty water. Sometimes it just makes matters worse, which it kind of did right there. The other thing about pulling back and forth in there, the counter on any sewer scope machine is really going to be suspect, or it's going to lose some accuracy the more you go back and forth. Right? Really, all it is just a wheel that the cable moves along. So sometimes, especially when you're pulling backwards, you don't get the grip on that wheel that you would pushing out. So you lose that accuracy. So I wouldn't rely completely on the counter. It's a good rough estimate. Generally, it's very accurate if you're just pushing in one direction out. But yeah, again, it is what it is. But we're moving along here. As we talked about today, nothing was blocking me. I didn't get stopped by anything. But we just need to figure out why the backup. Why is it holding water? The only way to really do that is to have it cleaned out, have it cable, cutter heads, whatever, to come in and clear it out. If somebody pushes you towards hydrojetting, I don't think that that's necessary, and it's way more expensive than, pulling in Mr. Rooter or whoever to clear things out. So I'm going back again to see if I can come up with any other ideas of what's going on here. Bear with me. So I'll pull back to about that 51 foot, 52 foot mark, and we'll see that again it's cleared up. I've got better visibility. There we go. And again, the counter is probably off because of the back and forth. This is probably at that, again, 51 foot mark. So on this run, I believe I go all the way out to the city connection. Just push through just to one to see if I can get to that point. So another point here, in a 3 or 4 inch sewer pipe, you have to keep in mind that the size of my camera is a lot smaller than that. So my camera head may be just an inch and a half across. So being completely underwater doesn't mean that the pipe is completely full. It could just be that it's a third of the way full or halfway full of water. So out again, hard to see, but this is definitely clay sections. And there's the city connection. Again, hard to see, but I've done this enough to know that when you meet a pipe like this at a right angle and you see water flowing across like you do on the bottom of your screen there a little bit, that's the city connection. No doubt about that. So please read through my written reports, look at the recommendations, look at the details on that. And as always, please reach out to me with any questions or if I can be of service. I'm going to keep the camera rolling as we pull back. It'll be kind of the same as what you've seen up till now, but feel free to watch all the way through to the end.